Well, Grant, you said on Thursday that you felt your side hadn't gone beyond fourth gear so far this season. Did we see a little flash of fifth gear at the weekend?
Yeah, I said it before that we've only probably put 2 90-minute performances in this season in terms of, bang on the whole game really, and that was a scary thing, but I thought we were good for large parts of the game on Saturday. Probably a little spell in the first 15 minutes of the second half where they rallied at half time, came at us a little bit, hit the post, hit the crossbar, but we stood strong to it, and the back four were immense, and Luke and Chris in front of them, defensively really, really good. So it was a really pleasing performance, and one away from home, especially to not let a team have a shot on your goal, was a testament to the boys' character.
Yeah, really impressive defensively, and you mentioned it before, when you look back over the run of games, indeed over most of the season, you've won in different ways, and that must be great as a manager, that whatever the challenge, you've got it in your armoury to find a way through.
Yeah, they're starting to get real belief, that it's the momentum's kicking in. They can't wait till the next game. It's great that another game's coming up in such short notice, really, on Tuesday, FA Cup game. So we're all looking forward to it. That we know it's a massive game for the football club and a great incentive. I made a point of not speaking about it, but it was in the back of my mind, and without letting the players know, it's a game that we're all really looking forward to. We've produced well in the big games this season, and I'm more than confident that the boys can go and do it again.
Yeah, so a good chance to keep that momentum going. If it weren't for this game, it would have been a bit of a wait to Boxing Day, but you're straight back in there.
Yeah, it's nice. It's always nice to have a game, in quick succession after a win. Saying that after a defeat, you want to try and get the next one out of the way, but we're looking forward to it. We've got 3 home games coming up now, and we want to try and win every one, and put ourselves in a good position come January, and get ourselves back up and start trying to pick as many points up as we can in the league, and start picking teams off who are in front of us and forcing our way up the league. But our priority now is Notts County. We know they're on a bit of a bad run. We know the financial strains of the club in terms of the background and stuff. So the players will be at it. The Notts County players, my players, know that. It's going to be a tough game. FA Cup is, your form in the league almost goes out the window, really. One thing I've known over the years is league form and league positions doesn't mean anything in the FA Cup. So we know it's going to be a really tough game, and we're all looking forward to it, though.
And of course, it's also different with a replay in that you've played them only a couple of weeks back. Did you learn much from that game?
I learned that ill discipline costs you. I know that. I think personally, my own opinion, John Sheridan may think differently, but I think if we had 11 on the pitch, we'd have won the game. But it wasn't to be. We've got a game now at home, live on TV. Everybody watching you, so it's a chance for some of our boys to go out and put another good performance on. They've been good in front of the TV cameras this year, and I'm hoping they can go and do it again. In
terms of incentives to do well, being on TV, having a trip to Chelsea as a potential prize, it doesn't get too much better. No, it's since I've been at the club, we've never really drawn a big team sort of thing. One of the big boys really. We always seem to draw Reading or Sunderland, or them two seem to stick out a lot for us. But listen, we'll stay in the process. It's going to be a tough game against Notts County. If we manage to beat them, then we've got a great tie. If we do, but first and foremost, we got to put on a performance. If we do, then I'm sure the result will follow. How useful is it at this stage to look at Chelsea and the prize that's on offer? I know you spoke the other day about, within the league campaign, thinking about perhaps some of the stadiums you could be heading to next season. Do you have a similar process with Chelsea? Is it worth thinking of that prize? To be honest, I think the players' focus since the Notts County game has been top drawer. It's always easy to let your mind slip in terms of, we've got this Notts County game, we've got Chelsea coming up. They haven't done that. They've been superb. They've been totally focused on every game they've played since that, and picked up some really good results. But now their focus changes till this. The prize
the prize is to go to Stamford Bridge and take 6,000-7,000 Peterborough fans down there with us. That is the prize, but we know we're up against a team who are fighting for their lives, and they're under the same illusions as us. They want to go there and make it a good financial payday for their club. So it's, you know, if we're on our day, if we produce the same performance levels that we did at Charlton, Chesterfield, then we should win the game. But I'm a realist. I know the FA Cup, and I know it throws up shocks to the system and shocks the team all the time. So we got to make sure we're not one of them.
You mentioned at the weekend that perhaps remarkably, really, given his influence on the game, Gwion Edwards had been struggling with a virus, and perhaps one or two of the others as well. Have you managed to contain that all right?
Yeah, Chris Forrester had chickenpox, to be fair, all week, and his face came out and his back and everything was all out in spots. But we had to look after Chris. We had to get him his own room at the hotel in case he passed it on to anyone. He was wearing gloves to shake people's hands before when he came out of the tunnel. We had that, but he felt well within himself. Gwion, yeah, he had stomach cramps before the game. Really, really worried that he wouldn't start the game, but testament to him, he went out there, and I think, you know, he ran it out of himself and dispatched it at half time, I think. But no, I was pleased for him because he's doing really well. I think he scored 3 and 3 for us now, and he's always a threat, you know, because he's direct, he's quick, and he works hard. And I think he's reaping the rewards because he puts such a shift in for the team.
And of course, he's not the only one. That's been one of the great things about recent weeks, is you've got so many threats in the side. Marcus Maddison, you had your fingers crossed he might be able to play a part tomorrow. Is the game going to be too soon for him?
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, Marcus won't be involved tomorrow. He's still not right within himself, really. So he'll stay with the physio, work with the physio. It's important that he gets the work into him and taking it off his legs in terms of fitness levels and stuff, because he will have dropped a bit of fitness not training with the team. It's always, you know, you train on your own and it's never easy, really. So we need to keep working Marcus until he declares himself right with his ankle. But he won't play tomorrow. But apart from that, we're all good. No one's picked up any other knocks, niggles, nothing. So everybody's looking forward to the game.
Yeah, Paul Taylor, great example to everyone else of what you need to do if you've been out the side for a little bit. You get your opportunity, probably put in his 2 best performances of the season so far and really grab the bull by the horns.
Tails has been outstanding since he come to the club. He's completely changed character now. You know, he's settled down with his family. He's two little kids now, and the lads have really bought into him. He's taken a few of the younger ones under his wing and speaks to them a lot. And you know, his performances on the pitch, especially the last 2 games, has been second to none, really. I did say we want to try and add some more goals to this game. I think he's had 3 assists or 4 assists and a goal in these 2 games. So his performances have been great. But if we can add more goals to this game, Tails his shooting ability is as good as anyone at the club when he gets it on a half turn. But you know, that's something Tails will keep. You know, he'll keep producing assists. He'll keep scoring goals. He's that sort of player, and not only that, he works so hard for the team as well. So he's in good form, but as is a lot of them.
Yeah, great with his set plays as well. We saw the example with Ryan's goal that he can come into the team and not only fill in for Maddison or play that role just behind the front 2, but also with the set plays you can keep all of those systems and all of that working the same.
Yeah, it's practice. He practiced on them today again. You know, it's something he's probably never done in his career, is take set plays, but he produced a great ball for Taff on Saturday. Perfect delivery, perfect timing, and a good header to put us 1-0 up. So yeah, he's got that in his locker as well, but Tails is in the team because he works so hard and he plays in the half turn and he creates chances for others, as well as trying to get him more goals as well. He is a good team player, so yeah, he's playing well at the minute, but like I say, so is a lot of the team.
And I guess with George Moncur, as he wasn't allowed to play in the original tie, is he still unavailable tomorrow?
Yeah, he's unavailable. I did contact Barnsley and ask him could he be available, but I think he had to be registered before the first game or something like that. So George won't be available tomorrow. The only way he would be available tomorrow is if we extended his loan today. and ask for permission, but I don't think that's going to happen today. That's something maybe for later on in the week.